Hello, 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 and welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. Hey, Seth, hope you're doing okay. Um, yeah, this should be fun. Um, yeah, I didn't know Tailstake was also covering this game at the same time. I wonder how our playstyles are going to be unique. So let's get in on it. That's all good. I did realize that there is a streamer mode because there's copyright music in this game. So yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Twitch integration, I'm fine with doing that. Detective mode. Stuff is automatically highlighted. So, yeah, I think I like that. Also, I did turn on dyslexic font. I'm not dyslexic, but hey, if that might help anyone watching, that'd be good. Yes, Twitch integration is for audience participation. Short of money, equip a plastic bag, collect bottles, and sell them. Okay. So, I'm on this side of the factory. See faded industrial letting on the power. Colossal. Calypso means Whale Fjord in Arden. Okay. How do I get... Oh. That's the thingy. And that's the thingy, too. Healing items. Okay. Ooh, I am really enjoying having the highlights on. Yeah, same here. They only pop up when you're close by, so you can't just, like, you know, completely rely on them. But it's better than nothing. Musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Alright, that's not doing much of anything. Industrial sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Coffee in giant thermos is still lukewarm. There's someone still here. I can hear stair made of pallets leading up. Well, taxidermy fish. That tells time. Hi.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Hi.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's
Ooh.
good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk. So, we have a last name. We are Mr. Dubois.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
Okay.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods at you. Then the chair. I'll stand.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Ooh, bad vibes. You know what? I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
Don't sit. Kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
He nods as multiple chins move like ocean waves. Okay.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
Oh.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Okay. He turns back to his typewriter.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Alright, we'll take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Try to wink back. Damn, this chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Well,
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
oh my.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Oh, it hurt my, my health. Oh boy.
This should take care of that nonsense.
Points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Alright.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
You can take that comically large check and shove it up your arse. Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Okay.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
At least don't thank him for it. Okay. Take the comically large check, but don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or,
No.
That's cool. I've got integrity.
cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays.
Sure.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
Oh.
Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Uh-oh.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Oh God, why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns. Where's yours?
This doesn't worry at me. Who cares if I lost my gun and the love of my life?
Fuck love. This is your gun. This is serious.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right.
Harry Dubois. All right.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Good.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
Okay.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Kim,
Officer, we will deal with...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Alright, so we lost for taking the novelty check, not knowing about the gun, and the chair is hurting us, but we didn't say thanks for it, so 3%. Welcome to death.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun, and those children are going to shoot themselves with it.
You know what? So what? Men can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. You'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
No, I don't feel good. Damage morale, -1. Wait.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
He says with that sad half smile.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
Oh. Well. Okay. I guess, that's a game over. I guess I had a nervous breakdown in front of my boss? Better settings and ways of rain and snow. White rape someday. Container, container, container.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics
Nice.
to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
Yeah.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
We have it spelled incorrectly in the game. Okay.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in work he doesn't notice you. Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there, How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Shadow passed over his kind face. Well, I'm not a scab, but I am lost. No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in the container over there? Points to the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Oh.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Really? Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
No, of course.
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right mind would tell him?
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Looks at the mountains of containers rising behind him.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
Oh.
There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Looks like a massive redecoration operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
And what's underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Oh, you've been very helpful. Thanks, Leo.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
You're Upi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then.
Oh.
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Little man raises his hand in welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
Oh.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Ah.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Yeah.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Oh.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Well, I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
Ah, thanks. We're looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
Hey, Travis. No problem. No problem at all.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find the man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Points to the 2 joint containers to your right. Alright, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Well, last time I went in there, I died of embarrassment. Smells like blood. Speaker tells us there's no work to organize in the yard. Okay. A little bit of cash. Industrial letter, Kubalsoon.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arret are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arret. Off.
Marsh?
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay. Oh, we got access to it now.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Okay.
I can't see how that was worth the records, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Yeah. Let's leave. So, the energy drink I'm drinking tonight is Sunny D Rise Fuel. I guess Sunny D is now making energy drinks, which makes more sense than Sunny D's other product, which is making hard orange juice. Taste is okay.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
Well, why not?
There are 1 million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Well, it was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container.
Maybe.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Well, let's open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked.
Oh.
To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Well, let's knock.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Persuade the door to open.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option?
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Well, nothing more to do here for now. Okay. How do I get back? Oh, it's getting me closer.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Here, we're going to take a quick look.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Let's take a look at the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Something about this man piques my interest. Could be a side thing.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Okay. Oh, if I hold right click. Oh, no problem. Keep well out there, Travis. Postcard.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
All right.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork laying around like this.
Yeah.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Let's thumb through them.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmarar. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Couron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Okay, got a 50-50. Let's try it.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Oh.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
More banners.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, to-do note with the list of errands for Everett.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. Leo must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Take another look.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the drawer slides shut smoothly.
Well, we know who Leo is. Some magnesium. Neat office shades. +1 visual calculus, -1 drama. I'm looking pretty good. Anything else in here? Doesn't look it. Guess let's go talk to Travis and see what's up. Or not Travis. Travis had to cut out because of a thunderstorm. Leo is who I'm thinking of. Sup, Leo?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make the banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
Oh, it's about the borscht.
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Oh?
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up. Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Something's off about this borscht. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
I guess I'm off. Oh, autosave. Special borscht. Who made the call reporting the crime? Get ammonia from the gardener or the Fritz store. It'll make it easier.
before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset. The machine
Sure.
swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let your muscle memory dial a random number.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
Nice.
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you?
Oh.
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
Wait, what's this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy.
Do you know me?
No.
Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Well. Okay.
A rusting control panel. The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all. No screech of metal when you push the button this time.
Okay.
Yes?
I want to know about you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have, like, conversations with your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Or I'm just crazy.
Is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic.
Ah.
But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. You're one of those old school detectives. Nod respectfully.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
True.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Well, that's good. I don't want to be bad about that. Besides, I wear glasses. Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
I guess that's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Nothing.
Before you is a with great effort. He straightens himself up.
Okay.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois. I'm Everard. I'd offer you my hat.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Right.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit. Kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
Okay.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
A little wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners. It pains. This should take care of that It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Well, you know, Gart.
Yes, I know.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Hey, Mark. Hope you're doing okay. Don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
No, that's cool.
Cool? I wouldn't go... Now, I'd like to say...
His slug-like. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Oh God. Why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns. Where's yours?
Okay, hopefully this...
Fuck love. This is your gun. This is serious.
I guess let's use some drugs.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's
That's
not
good.
like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Okay.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Well, this is gonna go poorly.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Ours man snaps his finger to no effects. You're in some stupor. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm fucking great. Keep sliding.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man.
Oh, absolutely,
You are
Seth.
too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Thanks, Kim.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike.
Level
So
up.
much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me,
I sense that there's a but.
but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could
This is
blow
true,
this thing
Seth.
wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
So it's super shady.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Yeah.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
Mm-hmm.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
I mean, I can't accept this thing for now.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
My body's going to break down any moment now. Probably push it to the limit.
Rubbish, Harry. Rubbish. I mean, look at you. For your age, you are obviously in peak physical condition. A real silverback.
Really? Really? Okay.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all.
Oh.
You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can,
Oh, yeah.
it's even shadier.
I don't know who this voice actress is, but this voice actor is, but it reminds me of like minor BBC actors that you see in like everything.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about, and he doesn't care either.
What's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Well, there's something special about it. It's attached to the Wilson crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Okay.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Okay. Call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
So that's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
Yeah, it's more just alcohol poisoning.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory's fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources
Absolutely.
were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
Oh?
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Hmm.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everett through his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Yeah.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Where'd you get the folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Hey, Surge! Yay, a raid!
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
Yeah,
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
absolutely.
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
So let's get this straight. What's my full name then?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
I don't really like it.
Don't be silly, Harry. Harry Dubois, that's a real man's name. A union man's. Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
Let's have another look at that folder.
As you look at the
Success!
folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Well, that's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
You got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, Now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
That's good.
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So, Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
I guess I want to talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
Uh-huh.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could he really be holding my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I'll not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry, Harry. I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
Mm-hmm.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Yeah.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Everett, I'm gonna leave for now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great, well, I'm gonna get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Thanks. Okay. Okay. So perception is what I did earlier. I like empathy. Volition might be really useful. Same with drama. Yeah, I like that for the detecting lies thing. That and, I mean, said my own number of lies, so I guess that makes sense. Worthless at a pawn shop. I wish the arrow keys could move the camera, but, oh well. wait.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, no reply. The knob produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't.
Okay, should finally be able to get out of here. Hooray! Case with strike, press button behind guard. Future belongs to Measurehead. Probably. You're the right stuff, Measurehead. Not stopping weak like other men. Ah, you're the only one I can talk to.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Probably.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Let's size him up. He's huge.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Ripple of muscle passes underneath skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
About your chest, still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Look down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Yeah.
Stop it. You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Hey.
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Uh-huh.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
My body's unimportant. I'm with the police and I have police business with you.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Ulrul.
His face contorts in disgust if he was smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Ulrul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right. I'm an alcoholic. Now I need you to cooperate with me.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Am Sandwich race is waning.
This race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
A lot of those are not great.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Well,
will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
wow, you're a jerk.
It is, baby. Yeah, you know it.
Situation's serious. Your people have probably killed a man.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality called art, and your microcephalic skulls.
You're just a terrible person.
You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. It would enrich you rhetorically.
Wouldn't that mean I'd have to become a 70s supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
I don't want to be... No! Isn't Everett the union boss wife?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve him. How's that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Yeah, communism's pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
Yeah, I got it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago.
Okay.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you're born and raised on the island before you moved to Revacol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pay.
So you did not come from the islands.
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
It's not really Seminoles. You're just from Revacol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
And you're right, Seth. This is quite the crapsack world.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. Think upon it.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
I agree with you.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
What are those tattoos you're supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Oh yeah, the inner voice is really good in this. And you're a terrible person, Measurehead.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigma.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
I'm out of here. Well, that was a trip. Here's hoping any more interactions with that guy involves punching.
Scab?
Yeah.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where do they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
I don't seem like 'em much.
Gotta be bloody stupid, freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
Yeah.
Personally, I'd rather beg than Scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
You tried talking with them?
We'd explain the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Well, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop Scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Did you killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
I guess let's change the topic.
Man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Bit short on money right now. Could you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Let's try catching it.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciate it.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to,
Eh.
you know, The winter's fat is slowly running out, you know. Still better than scabbing.
Union has problems getting by?
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Well, nice talk. Gotta get moving. Says GR1H. Jump Jams, popular music mag. Most able-bodied men. Issue holds the top 10 list.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Announces the rotund man. Remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Yeah.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Mm-hmm.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Limbo, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Yeah.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim. Got your back. Give Lieutenant a punch on the shoulder.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long you been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
And what kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses patience for explaining it.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
So something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh, yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So you're in a Carter's Guild.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. When they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
What's that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, so you're just a racist. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, what else have you thought up?
So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources.
I didn't expect this game to be this. And what's the problem with that then?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruders species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Oh?
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go and fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
And gives a disgusted look, turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Yeah, I was getting a little much with that. Gus and Lori haphazardly litter the surroundings. Pigs go home. Street name is illegible. Oh, I guess I'm the pig. Is this my car?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Oh, let's open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Pull-out two block.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Nice.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Well, that's good.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Oh, pry bar sounds useful.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
And chain cutters, very useful.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
And the flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Let's push that in.
The toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Oh, let's pick up the
The
radio.
frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Hi, Alice. This is a police officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I got something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you on the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
Yeah, 10-4, good buddy. Station 41, I got an urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
Uh-huh.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Let's be quiet.
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Yeah.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ha ha, officer lost his badge. Ha ha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator, tell him to stop. Serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get a report and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Right.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could y'all stop with saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Up with this now, I've got other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
Enemy conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Convinced that I didn't lose my gun.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
Yeah.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We were glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
No.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's paramount to the investigation. You grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Please, I'm begging you here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vicmar said...
Okay, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
Might sound odd, but some personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
Well, I know he's not.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Please refer to me with my last name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will ya?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
Yeah, 10-10.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now.
Right.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Let's close the door. Okay.
Inexplicable feminist agenda.
Nice.
There is something you need to see, sir. We found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus.
Oh.
It is a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor.
Oh.
The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were an actual feminist. Somehow, you've come to that conclusion. Perhaps you can work your way back.
+1 empathy can evolve into RFA. -1 electrochemistry would have to quit drugs to get there. That makes sense. Okay. And I guess I've got 7 minutes before I become a hobo cop. Okay.
This Post Levantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Feels like at least some good could potentially happen. Yeah.
A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box. Bet the box.
The box seems happy.
Good.
Eat shit, pig. Fucked by the coon. And St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you, mail collection box.
The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully, even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Yeah, alright. Well, that helped our psyche. Book has Rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Nice! On the cover stands a very muscular man, surrounded by flames. Ooh. This is a book about pate. Like you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. Oh. Book about the burrito culture, promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Book about the future. Government reads your mind using radio technology. Hello.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this, anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Oh.
It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Nice.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Ridiculous. I know all these things.
Fooling nobody.
Don't you sass me.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Not really. There are balls inside. You can pick them up if you had a bag. I need a bag.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
24-hour window?
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
No. Main hall.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
F off, pig. I'm Kuno. I don't give a shit. Let me in.
Pardon? This is not Kuno. Who is this? Please just stop calling here. I don't have time to deal with this. Thank you.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Alright.
Hobocop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon. Then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Nice. Reveals extra special collector's edition tar bottles on the map. More money from selling tar. Learning cap for shivers raised to 6. Okay. Okay, with this tool, I wonder... as I wander. An actually nice person. Yeah, no, not everyone is terrible in this crapsack world. I guess they just have to be like, you know, in the single digits to not be terrible. Ugh. Says a lot of terrible things about this world.
You're back before the cargo container. You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened.
Okay, well... was hoping to use this crowbar to, open up that door, but I guess not. Frite, spelled incorrectly.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
Ah, I see. How do I pick up the tear from the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
Uh-huh. Melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat.
Uh-huh.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Taps on the glass counter, raincoats patiently wait for purchase.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Oh, okay.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak.
This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
Looks at the wall of goods behind her, just her hat.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Uh-huh.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Right.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Yeah, do you have any ammonia?
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
I want to buy some ammonia.
Okay. Don't, like, overdo it or something.
I mean, understandable. I figured that'd be difficult. Can I have some Nosapet?
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thanks.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover of a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I approve of this. Very futurist. Tap on the girl's kissing. I mean, on one hand, yay. On the other hand, not be a creep. Forget about all that. What's the fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Well, I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Let's proceed. I got some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
Rolls up a giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the union. The union works for you by supplying you with cash.
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
You know the man who died?
Not really.
Early? Means you knew him a little.
No. I didn't know him at all.
Well, thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
Brushes a strand of hair off her face and tries to return to her magazine. Well, let's head out. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad about asking her about what's going on, because that's literally my job. Closed for winter. Please use main entrance. Alright.
Can I help you?
So, about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Let's talk about something else.
Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Seen something here at the Whirling Cart. I think I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall's reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
True.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them.
Oh.
He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Something else I want to ask about.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Oh?
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Yes.
Your body is ready, sire.
Bye. Another healing item. Hey, people are here.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Hello, sir. I've got time for a few questions.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
What's in that borscht you're making here?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury Rising.
Horse need more vodka?
Oh.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Yeah. No vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Leo says you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends.
You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Yeah.
It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. You know what? I'm not going to just steal some random person's money.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where the store leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in rags. Something about this place makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
Yeah.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
This door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
I'll touch the
The
door.
cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Well, we'll push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Dishes are drying. Smell of chemicals and pine trees.
Can I help you?
Good, just another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frick warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Run his finger across the counter, check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Okay. Something else. Goodbye. Okay. Find a way into the secret passage. I don't think I talked to you yet. Bottle of rum been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. It's all about money, you know. Sleeping dockwork. Man is sleeping at a table, wearing mud cake boots and rolled overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, circled by logo with trees.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Oh, that could be useful.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
We'll try taking it.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Does the lieutenant see me?
No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully.
Well, let's take the document.
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document.
And grab the pocketbook.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 Real. It feels nice and greasy. Yum yum. Money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee.
Well, let's close
the
it.
sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
I guess we can wake him up.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Wake up! This is an order! I am the law!
Why the yelling man?
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Looks like a Sao descendant. A lot of Sao dock workers around.
You're alive? You looked out of the count, out for the long count there.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
Yours? Point to the bottle and the spilt rum.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that.
Tell him about the Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
Ah.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going?
Right.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Of course, it's a total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I can get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say.
We're sleeping here while the others are out striking.
Nate got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
What about the dead body in the yard?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm just trying to figure out who, what you know about it.
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs.
If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Well, someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
I see.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Yeah, trouble in a world like this has got to be some real trouble. Who's behind organizing the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
So you mean there's no leader?
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
Oh, is Everard part of the union, or is he a manager with the docks? Guess it did say he was the union rep. See anything interesting in your dreams?
Thank God, no.
Was it pure nothing, your consciousness no longer than a single grain of malt?
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out. No malt grains or whatever, no poetry stuff, just quality time.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection.
Alright, I'll let you sleep.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Okay. Dock worker shift card. Yeah, could you stop that?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
It's got ammonia and it's still huge.
There he still is, looking. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Spit and say nothing.
Are you okay, officer?
He'll Lieutenant pat you on the back. Had the rhythmic
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Why can't I keep it a vent if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there, if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Oh, you seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Do it without me. I can't keep it down.
No. This is a two-man assignment, because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
He withdraws his hand, looks at you.
You need to get your shit together.
Okay.
You should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it with special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart. It's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. Achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, I'd imagine if, yeah, I built up some other stuff, things would be better, but... $20 real and some more magnesium.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Visual calculus. Get an exact count.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Okay. Let's go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46.
Okay.
2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44.
Alright.
3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43.
Hobnailed?
4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46.
Wait, which one?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Okay.
5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Well, let's count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Alright, so you're the one who carried the body.
8. And yet another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
Someone who's gone in a circle a lot.
How many?
400 million. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Well, a heavy one, 200 kilograms imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker, carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
That sounds about right.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
And you're thinking why they would have to carry him.
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Well, maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching.
You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. What else can you see?
A light step, number 41 shoe.
A woman? Or a kid?
I don't think there's any way to tell to be sure right now.
Understood. Anything else?
Aberration. One sole is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole.
You got any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal?
Yeah.
Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
One of the people we're looking for is don't say anything, just nod.
I don't know why I said that. We are not
it's all
looking
good.
for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Interesting. If only I came up with that idea.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Very prudent.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think his tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
Yep.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havasham. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
So what do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree.
Yep.
Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Seems so.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
I think we have a firm understanding what happened here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself. In doubt, perhaps. It would be unprofessional of him to be sure of himself at such an early stage of the investigation.
Either way. What else?
Oh, we've been through all of it. Letter R wears a crown, ribbon below, a light above descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Well, I am looking at you, trash container. You're just a trash container.
Just a trash container. There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too.
Yeah, I feel like there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
It's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there?
Mm-hmm.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage.
Or, Lieutenant?
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
It would be less destructive.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Alright.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I keep throwing up and I can't investigate the body at all.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano? Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You were lucky you didn't die there.
Well, maybe you got some advice for me. You're obviously handling it well.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you.
Uh-huh.
What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter.
What?
Don't ask questions. Roll with it. It will work. I promise.
Kuno-fied non-vomiter. Here I come.
That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panels aside, Kuno.
And then what? You fucking there. You fucking Kuno's kingdom.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
Found a plate covered in powder residue. Know anything about that?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Uh-huh.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Uh-huh. Cool pig head. I like it. I got one too. This one. Yeah, it's shit.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played. No one saw that coming.
What's with 2 Megazlom, Kuno?
It's a vitamin pig. Don't you know anything?
Sure.
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
I mean, magnesium is a supplement, but going through an entire bottle a day? I think I can understand why your face looks like that. Your liver's shutting down.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Okay, I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno.
The fuck about it? You're testing Kuno's pig.
Get lost.
I'm out of here.
Doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre
fascinating
news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals.
Oh.
These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
All endurance flight checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay. Yeah.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Endurance 2. +6. Shit compressed. +1. Cunified non-vomiter.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
I could make this role... I mean, yeah, if I designed my character differently, yeah. My character is a bit more, like... more towards the cerebral, and physically, I'm terrible. Let's inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Yeah, I mean, those boots are kind of weird.
His corpse is marked by stars.
What would mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to Innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
Yeah, we're missing something here.
I agree.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Oh, we'll let you work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
There's 2 metal cap ampoules and clicks them into place inside the apparatus. Thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. Lens needs adjusting, then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Oh, absolutely, Seth.
In case we need it.
Lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cool wind. On it, color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
Absolutely.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper, no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper.
Oh yeah.
Opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Well, let's take a look at these boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
So they're ceramic armored boots.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, they're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Yeah, no, it wasn't far off, Seth. Material looks out of place.
It is. It's expensive.
Lieutenant draws a line in the condensation of the ceramic with his index
We've
finger.
requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ugh.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 rial?
Not too much, yes.
Sounds puny. No wonder I couldn't pay my hostel bill.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Look pretty advanced for just a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Wonder what happened to the rest of it.
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Understood.
The Sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
I'll knock on
A
it.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Yeah, it does not sound good at all.
The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
I'll swing the pry bar at
The
the
metal
boot.
connects with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder. The only difference is a barely audible click underneath. Sounds like the end of a long dice roll.
Did you hear that? A click?
Like dice rolling.
This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Wow.
Whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right Sabaton, where you notice.
Yeah.
The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number on the right Sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, Seth. E50, 100, 1000.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Well, let's see if we can grab it.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Let's grab the boot under my arm.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Uh-oh.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Lieutenant, you seem distressed. What's up?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
Okay.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Are we not detectives? Might be clues inside the boots.
How many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Steal a dead man's boots? That'd be dishonorable.
Alright then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
Well, what's gonna happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of that. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Oh, let's take a look at the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Okay.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
I sure wanted them to stay up there. Ropes are reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down
very
more
much
problematic than I had assumed.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
No. Might have forgotten to brief me.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
How do they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
I climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Well, I guess let's back off.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Yeah. Let's look at what remains of the eyes.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me who you are, dead man.
I'm gone.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Got another question for you.
Go ahead, Coppo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm talking to a dead person.
It's the power of your...
Black, frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination.
Oh.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up. Copperoonie, Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
Huh?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe it's the lead of something? Something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous? The clown lips on the corpse appeared smile. Face rotates before you, pour slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Provocopo. It was love all along.
Why do I feel I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Well, I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Baby affected with harlequinism?
You sure I got out of that one. Coppellini.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney's not who I am. I'm Harry.
No. You're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
Enough.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Ugh. Let's go ahead and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he was up right after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Could it be that he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Goddamn right, I'm up.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
Oh, I think he's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
World no longer stores his personality and composition. It's time for that. Ended 7 days ago.
That sounds about right, yes.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
Okay.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Yeah, that's something to need to know, Corpse Man.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service.
I guess I don't.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners.
Yeah, preliminary examination stuff. I'm gonna give him that.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
I could saw the branch.
Climb up there and So the branch?
Yeah, I guess it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe we can ask some help at the harbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appear to be suspects in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah, I guess let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Couldn't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Yeah, can't the boys from processing take care of this?
No.
No, okay then.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
I guess we'll have to ask help from the harbor.
Okay. They do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there...
I can get him down too.
Okay. Let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way.
Good job. We already found a way in the harbor.
Hooray for us.
Won't it be dangerous?
To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to accomplish this feat ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Well, let's get to it then.
I can't believe it's snowing again.
Yeah.
It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Well, I've investigated the body. Shouldn't be long till we get it down.
Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping me in the know, sir.
Yeah, I guess I gotta run. Also... haven't been doing too bad on our Spirit of Core checks. Picking lock sounds really useful. Practice the art of persuasion. I like that. Yeah. Victim's tattoos. Ask Kuno about the armor. Really rather not.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
Yeah, E50 100,000. Make and model the armor is Fairweather T500 VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isoleri law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
I guess I'm done with radio for now. Not gonna push the save button yet.
Over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Okay. This is my thought cabinet.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
What is the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Who are you?
Gone. The face of King Freecell smiles at you.
Ah. History. Didn't you say you knew something about history?
Hello, sweetie.
Oh no, you're a cryptozoologist.
Who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
It's okay.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or really anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Yeah, hope you're right. Hope it's not that bad.
You know where we are, right?
We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts.
Now. We are alive in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags. And the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol.
Revachol's the disgraced capital of the world. Something like that?
Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
I don't know any diddly Scott about Revachol. What kind of place is
How would
this?
I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
Yep.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
She looks flustered, her hands smoothing out the creases in her blanket, even as she attempts to reassure you. The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Cop. We're living under the cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer. What mode of government?
Like to think it's a dictatorship of the proletariat. Something tells me it's not.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
Oh, government? How come they're cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So, how'd I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Who can tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I guess I gotta be going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Got no idea where you are. Lena suggests to explain the world. Rich people are educated. Asking a day. Summer door closed for the winter. Makes sense.
You see a heavy
From the spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Oh, absolutely. Well, I think I'm gonna save here. And I think we're gonna call this a video for now. And yeah, we got actually some stuff done, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, tomorrow hopefully we'll be continuing on with Magical Star Sign, and yeah, that should be good. But I'll be for tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, it's been a long day. My brain is fried. Yeah. See you then, folks.